Tina, how are you? Look what you made me do. I said, okay, this is a yes day. I'm just gonna go crazy and do some piggy tails.
I have to tell you, they look so good. You should wear them more often.
Right? I mean, they make me look younger. That's for sure. I don't know if I look good, but at least I look a little younger.
You look great.
What a fun movie. I love that concept of a yes day. I didn't even know that existed. Tell me a little bit. Well, first of all, did you have a yes day in your real life, or also in the movie was the first time that you were discovering this yes day thing?
I had never, like yourself, I had never heard of a yes day. I didn't know that was a real thing. So shooting the film was my first yes day. It really was so much fun, but the concept was very new to me. I had a meeting with Jennifer Garner before shooting the film, and she explained it to me a little bit better. And the entire cast and I, we read the book where Yes Day was created, and it was very new for me.
Very nice. Well, you have a really, Jennifer Garner is a really fun mom. Even though you don't think that at the beginning, you don't want to go with her to a concert, because who wants to go with her mom to a concert when you're 14 years old, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think she shows you towards the movie that, she can be fun. What were some of your, the highlights for you, the fun moments of the movie?
Highlights. I really enjoyed shooting the Kaplawi scene, which is the water and paintball fight. Yeah, no, that was just such a fun, we shot that for an entire week. So that was such a fun week of shooting, of just, I don't know, I guess when it comes to sports, sometimes I could be quite competitive. So, having my castmates and I, we all were leaders of a team, and we would hype our team up and get them all riled up. And whenever we shot, it almost felt like the cameras weren't rolling, because we kind of just had free range to do whatever we wanted. And our sole purpose was just to attack other teams. So that was definitely a highlight. I really loved performing at the concert with Jennifer and her, because they are just I was such a huge fan of her. I listen to her music all the time. I was front row at one of her concerts a few years back. So to be able to be on stage and performing with her was insane. And then also Jen, just being a woman I had looked up to and admired for such a long time prior. I look back at that memory very, very fondly. But then I also enjoyed even the little things, watching Jen get dressed up and go through Ellie's makeover and situations like that. I don't know. I think the whole film in itself has a lot of really, really sweet moments. It makes it hard to choose.
I know. You guys are such a nice family. Your siblings. It's all your dad.
Yeah.
Everything is really, really sweet. And tell me a little bit. If you could have a yes day, what would you ask?
I would ask, I want to go to an amusement park as well, because we just didn't go to amusement parks a lot growing up, and I think roller coasters are so much fun. So I'd want to do that. I would want to have a paintball battle with my entire family. I think my nephews would really enjoy that. And then again, my family and I used to be really competitive with each other. We used to do soccer matches on the weekends, and we stopped doing things like that. So I'm maybe if we just had a fun game to get back into that spirit, it could be cool and very nostalgic. I'd want to make a huge, massive pillow fort with blankets and just going all throughout my house, because that's something that we used to do when we were younger as well that I kind of miss. And then there would just have to be a lot of ice cream.
It has to be. In a yes day without ice creams, what type of day is that?
It's not a yes day.
It's not.
No.
I agree. What sign are you?
I'm a Libra.
Okay, I was gonna say, because you're competitive. You're very okay. It's no. Yeah, Libras are kind of competitive too. Yeah, definitely.
There's 6 kids in my family, so it's we all played sports, and so it's we would go to each other's games, and we would always, so it's about making my family proud, and that kind of. I think it was
very nice. So one of the things I liked about this movie is that the family is bicultural, you have the dad who's Latino, Jennifer is not, and you guys are like such a fun mix. Was that like on purpose, or like, because I didn't read the book, it's based in the book, or like the cast was, let's make it like from different cultures?
Yeah, it was intentional, especially because our director, Miguel Arteta, is from Puerto Rico. He's a Puerto Rican man, so I think it was important to him that there was some sort of Latin aspects to the film, and then also Edgar being cast, being from Venezuela, was important to him as well. And then it just kind of, they assembled the cast, or family from there. But I thought that was incredible, because I feel like Hollywood swings like one way. It's either they're not diverse at all, or they're so diverse that it's like almost forced, and it doesn't feel authentic or natural, and it makes it almost hard to relate. So I think it's really great that, and I think it's crucial that there's more storylines like this, where it's, biracial and, bilingual households, where, because that's also so common. Like, I feel like there's more mixed families than people realize, and I don't think that they are represented well enough. And it makes it really hard for young people to relate to storylines, or to see themselves in storylines when that balance isn't displayed. So that's why another reason why I'm really proud of this film is we kind of get to represent a community that doesn't get enough recognition on screen.
Absolutely, yeah, because myself, I'm from Spain, my husband is from Mexico, but our son was born here in LA, so he's gonna be, with two different cultures, and then, he's gonna have English in class and all these different things that, LA is a melting pot, and all the US, really, and the world.
Yes.
Absolutely, yes to that. And okay, so you mentioned the ice cream being a big part of, of a yes day. Tell me, like, because at the beginning you get a lot of no's. What are some of the no's that bother you the most? Aside from the concert, not being able to go on your own.
In the film?
In the film.
I don't know. It's weird, because now that I'm a little bit older, I totally see where like my parents were coming from. So it's like I'm watching the film and I'm like, no, she's right to say no. Like, you shouldn't be on your phone anymore. It's too late. You should be turning in your homework. You should be turning in good grades. But I think maybe at the time, like, I might be frustrated or I guess when I was younger, there was times where like I would be on my phone, like talking to my friends, or like doing something, and like we would have to like put our phones down for the night, and then it was upsetting because you couldn't communicate. But then again, I don't really know, because social media wasn't what it was even 5 years ago. I don't know. But honestly, I'm gonna side with Allison. I think Allison was right at times, and I think Katie was in the wrong.
And lastly, you play the big sister. How is that? Do you feel like you can boss around, your little siblings? Tell me a little bit.
Yeah, no, older sister was interesting. What it was is is pretty incredible. The chemistry on set between me and Everly and Julian and Jennifer and Edgar, because we really felt like a little mini family. But being an older sister, because I'm a middle child in real life, so I have younger siblings, but I also have older siblings to look after me. It's not. But when you're the oldest, I kind of felt more parental responsibility. Like I had to be a parent to them, and I had to make sure they were eating and their homework done, and we're safe and healthy and felt okay, and we're okay with what we were shooting, and we're comfortable with what we were doing. Like I felt myself being more protective over them. So I think that may have been an older sibling quality that I took on.
Nice. I like how your profession is really cool in the sense that you get to play that, and then you incorporate that maybe in your own life with your other.
Definitely. Yeah, I feel like with every role you play, if you want, depending, maybe not if you're playing a psychopath, but if you want, I think
leave that.
Yes, but when you're exposing yourself to so many different people, and you're taking on and portraying all of these different qualities, you kind of get to take pieces from each character that you play and incorporate them into yourself, which I think can be a really beautiful thing.
Very nice. Well, Gina, it was lovely talking to you. And I really had so much fun watching the movie. So I hope everybody does that too. And I am going to implement the yes day in my house. We're going to have one Tuesday.
Amazing. Thank you so much. You're so kind. I really had such a lovely time speaking with you. Thank you for everything.
Thank you. Same here. Bye.